Yo, what's up, Play for Free? This is ProfessorSnipe here, and I just joined in this round. So this is the server Stars, and I just joined in because I'm gonna be doing a live comm, and I don't feel like waiting until the start of the next chance to start speaking because that's how I do things. I just I do my commentaries by I edit everything in, so I start speaking when it's the proper round to speak and stuff like that. But I don't feel like doing that, honestly. I just feel like playing, and so. I'm using the FAMAS, yeah, I'm being a FAMAS role today, and basically, if you guys don't know what a FAMAS role is, it's somebody that uses FAMAS, and however, I'm doing things a bit differently today. I'm gonna be using the holographic site, which is a site I don't normally run or play with other than the M16A2, and the reason I'm doing that is just because I feel like it, and there's no particular other reason than doing that. And so, this live commentary might be a bit longer because it's gonna be 2 rounds or 1 round and a half, and yeah. So what am I going to talk about today? Hopefully this microphone is properly placed, because I always say that, but the thing is, because since I have this new microphone, it's much bulkier, I should say, bigger, and it's hard to place because I don't know where to put it in my room or in my stand, and I want the audio quality to be as as good as possible and stuff. So that's one little problem about that, and hopefully it's not too loud, hopefully it sounds good, I articulate properly, I don't sound like a cow. But yeah, holy shit. Uh-oh. Get friendly. Oh my god. Campers. But yeah, what am I gonna be talking about? I'm gonna be just going over a little bit of stuffs I do when I play, and it's a bit harder because I don't normally talk when I play, so let me just type this up. When I play, I think about things that make me a better player, or decision-wise, when it comes to a bit of decisions and what I do. And a bit Sharky is not a good example of that, because the problem with Sharky is that it's such a huge map. I mean, sorry, what's that? What am I saying? It's such a hectic map, and I mean, the possibilities of what's going on are kind of endless. So one thing about it is that it can be a lot of things can happen, and you don't expect it to happen. So right now, I noticed that there are a lot of people going for the flags already. So I use my sat scan here to notice where the people are, and notice how they're coming towards me. So I'm gonna use this place, which is a good place. A lot of people use it to get some kills. So you see, notice how that guy right there, Michael Ang, he used that other place, which is very important. So those are 2 places that you can use really well to start out the round. And notice how they had the advantage. So they basically have control of B flag, and having control of B flag is a very important tool in this game, because, or I should say in this map, because it's a three flag map. Okay, so it doesn't have 4 flags, it has 3. It has, of course, 3, and the thing is, when you have that one advantage, that means you have the better spawns, and you know what everybody else is going to be spawning. So let's say if 2 teams, one team has currently, let's take my position. My position, I'm currently on the RU team, and I noticed that we only have 1 flag, and they have 2, right? So they have the possibility of spawning at C or at B, which is a bit harder because I can't control. Well, I can control that. It depends on the vicinity of where they're being killed, but the problem with that is that you can't always control that, okay? And notice how we have no flag right now, but I just captured that, so that's one thing. When they have 2 flags, it's much easier for them to capture 1 flag, and now we have this advantage. So now I know what they're all spawning, and I could easily just come up and start, destroying the B flag, which is which is what I'm going to be doing right now. And hopefully this guy can follow me, and we can do some damage together and destroy some people. And yeah, that's a very important tool. You should know the flags count a lot. It's all about spawning. Spawning is something that's very important because it determines where the enemy will be coming from, where he's going, and all of that, like his positioning, all of that stuff. Look at that. I'm basically right in front of their spawn, which is a bit well, it's risky to do because they can spawn right behind you. Or look at that. Look, that's an example. They can spawn right behind you, right beside you, all of that shit. So that's one thing about spawning, which is really tricky, is the fact that you want to know where you're going to be going, and you want to know what you're going to be doing. So if you're just going to go in to kill, and what's it called, like spawn trap, that's one thing. But many people neglect that. I neglect it because it really destroys the game. I don't know where this guy's coming from. Oh well, he got me. But that's one thing. You want to know what flags you have. You want to know where they're coming from. So generally, when it comes to the B flag, they're gonna be spawning from the back, that little area where I was at. You know, they're gonna be over there, and from that they have the decision whether to go to C or to A, or A to C, whatever. It's inverted. Now, since we're taking B, you know where they're gonna be spawning? At the base. This is very general knowledge of map and spawn basing and stuff like that, because many people don't know this when they play the game. I realize that there's some people that are level maybe 15, you know, not too low but not too high either, and they don't know this stuff. Ouch, I just got smoked. That's really dangerous, especially for like recording. But yeah, notice this guy spawning there. See, they're all gonna be spawning, but now since they have B, holy shit, I almost lost that engagement. Let me just heal myself real quick. Since, you know, now they have B, they're gonna be spawning back there. So that's the thing. It's very general idea, but this is what goes through my mind. It's just, what flags do I have? What am I gonna do? Where are they spawning? You know, things like that. And so this, when you know you have this general map knowledge, base spawn knowledge, that's when you take your decision with engagement. So that's a completely different thing. I'm not doing too well here, but okay, whatever, it's fine. I can't complain. But when it comes to picking your engagements, weapons and stuff like that all comes to personal preference and other things like that. But generally, I like to run, you know, an assault rifle or an SMG is very good on this map. But you know, that all, like I said, comes to preference, because I can't tell you what gun you feel better with. You know, you feel more comfortable with. So that's just one little thing. It almost feels like I'm abusing them because I know where they're all at, and it's not hacking. It's basically just knowing the map, and that's one deadly thing. When it comes to me playing this game, many people, I'm not going to take me as an example because I know that many people do this too. They're mostly successful not because they're really good at the game, or you know, they have the best weapon and stuff like that. They're successful because they know what they're doing. I mean, somebody that goes in, just takes out any weapon and thinks that he can, you know, get 1,000 kills is different than somebody that knows where he's running, that knows what routes he's taking, that knows who's behind him, who's in front of him, who's at his sides. And that's what differentiates a good player and a great player. You know, you have, I don't know why my scope just double lagged there. See, I think that there's somebody right behind me, and look at that. How did I know that? It's simple. It's not magic. It's just the fact that I know where they're spawning, I know where they're coming from. And also the SAT scan can be very useful, of course. It tells you a general idea of positioning where the people are at. And yeah, so now notice how they have the B flag. So the spawns over here are going to be less, you know, intense. They're going to be spawning most likely over there. And it doesn't mean that they might not be spawning. There we go, there's an example. It might not mean that they're not going to be spawning there. It's just the people that generally just died will be spawning at B. And that's how it works. That's how the thing works. So when you're playing the game, holy shit. Yeah, I had no control over that. They had some reinforcements spawn. But when you're playing the game, think of what flags you have, think of what flags you don't have, and know the spawns. Spawns, like I said, this might sound like a really dick commentary or live commentary saying, oh, you know, this guy's just cheating. He's not really showing off his skills by killing, but he's showing off his skills by maneuvering the map. And that's basically half of the game. I'm telling you right now, many people do this. This is how you want to be successful. You want to know where you're playing. Imagine you're playing a game Call of Duty, and I know you guys have played this game before because I'm not the only one that has played it. It's a very popular game. When you're playing the game, randomly you're just running out in the open and you're just getting killed, and the people know where you're coming from. It's not because they're hacking or they have aimbots or such things like that. It's because they honestly know where you're going to be coming from. So you have to use your common sense, your knowledge, all of the things like that. And of course the map knowledge was the most, in my opinion, the most important, and that's what will bring you success in the game. So I hope that's, oh my god, I couldn't even get this guy. Oh come on, I knifed this guy. But that's pretty much the commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed this little small commentary on what I think about when I play. And the most general base idea is this: what map are you playing on? What are the spawns? What are the flags? Which ones do you have? And which ones do you want? What you want to do? That's just the main thing. Most likely next live commentary I might go more in depth about, you know, weapons or inside the engagement itself, because that's a bit much harder, because the whole thing with spawns is the fact that it's pretty much like it's a set 100%, you know, guaranteed thing to think about while you're playing. It's no matter what game mode you're playing. Or I wouldn't say rush too much because it's a bit different, but what I wanted to say is the fact that when you have flags, they're going to be spawning there or not, you know, not there, depending on what you have, what you don't have, what you want. And is there one more thing I wanted to add? Yeah, so most likely the next live commentary, when I get more comfortable with them, it's going to be more about the engagements themselves and what I think about during the engagement, and not before or prior or post engagement. So that should be it. So hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm not going to be recording this. I don't feel like it, because I know I don't feel like, you know, editing and recording, and I don't think I could be talking about too much. But so that's pretty much it. I was using Viper Mags, Nemesis stock, Precision Barrel, and the holographic sight. I really don't like the sight for, you know, what's it called? I don't like the sight for the FAMAS. I prefer the red dot or just the single, you know, just the single iron sights. But that's pretty much it. That's just for me, like I said, preference, and that's all I have to say for today. I don't want to make this video too long. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a rating or a comment. That always helps out. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.